Let's right to it. I hope you didn't forget what we discussed last week, right? So, not to take too much of our time, I'll be presenting my screen. Product design. Okay, just a minute. Share. Okay, I don't. Okay, Pedro, it's saying I'm not allowed to share my screen.
Oh, sorry, you should be able to, but let me just confirm. Okay, yeah, try now. You should be able to try now. Try again now.
Okay. Still grayed out somehow. It came
I,
on and then it went off again. It's still saying I'm not allowed to.
yeah. What about now?
Yes. Okay,
Okay.
yes. Window this. Okay. Please, can you all see my screen?
I see it coming up. Yeah, I can see it now. Yeah.
Okay, okay, that's nice. So, this is week 2. I'm sure we did. Remember we did introduction to design, design system, and then to others last week, and then this week we'll be talking about design principles, design patterns, understanding some terminologies, in UI UX, and also creating core components. So, guys, I've tried to simplify everything as possible so that we'll just read it out and then, like in simple English, so that we can all understand. I won't be saying too much of things that are not here because I've like put them down already. So please just follow through. So first of all, we are going to design principles here. And what is design principles? They are fundamental guidelines for creating user-friendly and aesthetically pleasing interfaces. Just like we have laws, there are guidelines, like it is as basic and simple as we are saying it here. So just the fundamental guidelines for creating what user-friendly and aesthetically pleasing interfaces. That is user interfaces. And then, for example, yeah, I'm very sure we all okay. I'm sure that we all know design laws, right? I don't know. Do we all know that? Yes, we have laws of UX, so we have laws of UX, and one of them is X law. And X law is saying what the time it takes to make a decision increases with the number and complexity of choices. And in a layman's term, it simply means that don't present users with too many options. Give them what is necessary. That is just what it means. You can see, like I wrote it, like it's actually a prime example of a design principles that plays a significant role in UI UX. And this law emphasizes the relationship between the number of options presented to a user and the time it takes for them to make a decision. So the key takeaway here is that too many choices can overwhelm users and slow down their decision making process. I'm very sure we can all relate. For example, if you go to the website, like maybe you're just seeing the website for the first time, and then you are saying sign up, register now. You are saying become a member. You are saying become a VIP. Like you don't like you just have so many. You just be like, okay, which one is which? Or you just say register now as well. Everything is just there. Okay, which one should I even go for? Like you don't even know what to do. So what is saying that you give people what is necessary. Do you like don't present your users with too many options. If you want them to sign up, let them sign up. You want them to sign in, let them sign in. Don't say sign up, register here, become a member, become a VIP, premium, whatever, whatever, and all those things. Now, how does this apply? This is what you should know about this, right? So the practical application is just what? Number one, you simplify simplifying your navigation menus. And this is one practical application of X-Law in UI UX design. When users are presented with a straightforward and uncluttered menu structure, they can quickly find and access the content or features they need. This simplification enhances the user experience by reducing cognitive load and decision fatigue. For example, like you can see now, especially I think on most of our mobile apps, instead of us, okay, like that's I think that's the major difference between a mobile app and then when you see something on the web. For example, everything is well displayed on the web, but at the same time, you see everything is still categorized. Imagine when you click your home, maybe there's no home section, all those the headers, everything on the top part of the website, that is what is called the header. Now, for example, let's imagine nothing is hidden in those sections that you are seeing up there, maybe under the home section, the services, the about us, the everything that is there, contact us, maybe everything is just listed, just put down anyhow on the as you are seeing it on that website. Like nothing is hidden. I mean, you are definitely going to, you don't even know which one to even start with, right? So by creating a menu option, for mobile instead, and then by creating all those other sections whereby everything is classified and everything is incorporated into one, so you know which one to, okay, if I click here, I know that I'm supposed to see some things about this, or if I go to the services, it's supposed to list the services that this website or these people are rendering. So I'm supposed to see it directly under that. Do you understand? Like it just helps you not to start thinking of what do I need to read first, what do I need to go about. For if you're just visiting a website, I'm very sure just want to know about them. You go to their own page, you read about them, then you can, oh, you want to know the people that are behind this, behind this thought or this innovation. You can go and read about them, go to about us section. So they're saying that when people are presented with a straightforward and uncluttered menu structure, they can quickly find access and access, they can quickly find and access the content or features they need, like as easy as possible. You are not stressing them. And then it reduces their cognitive load and decision fatigue. And also we have some design principles that we all need to know. And I think I'll be mentioning just six here. Number one is consistency. Maintaining a consistent design language and user interface elements throughout an application or website help users build familiarity and navigate with ease. People have seen that, oh, this, like for example, you're opening a website, you're saying that, okay, this is how this thing, for example, at least this presentation you are even seeing right now, you can see one thing that is very consistent about this design now. Okay, like I'm just being I don't want to use practical, like I'm just being innovative, or I'm just being, oh, what's the word to use right now? It's not coming. But then I know you can get what I'm trying to say. Like I'm just following a kind of pattern that, okay, I just want to get my users attracted and glued to the screen. Now, okay, yes, this is how I should. Instead, I could have come with a blank screen or just come with a plain. But then I'm a designer. Should come, okay, like let people see the difference, let people see what's going on. Do you understand? So consistency really, really matters. Like it really, really helps a lot to it helps your users to navigate with ease on your application or your website. Number two is visibility. Important elements and actions should be easily discoverable, avoiding hidden or obscure features that might frustrate users. If plenty users are like me, I get frustrated easily. If I'm looking for something on a website or if I don't see it on time, trust me, I'm like I don't have that patience at all. Like when I'm just seeing somebody's website for the phone, I'm just be like, I'm looking for something, I'm not getting it. I just go off, look for another alternative, or look for somebody else that offers the same thing that I can go for. That is just this. Me, I don't have that patience to be looking for something that is not lost up and down. Do you get? So visibility also really, really, like really, really matters. Your elements should be seen. You want them to sign up, let it be visible enough. You want them to log in, let it be visible enough. Oh, maybe this thing is a paid something. Let people say that this thing is paid though. Not like, oh, maybe they want to not try, then they want to try and sign up and not telling them that they've not paid and they did not say anything about paying for this thing or stuff like that. So all those key things, important features are really, really important that they have to be very, very visible. Feedback as well. Users should receive clear feedback for their actions, such as button clicks or form submissions, to confirm that their interactions have been recognized and processed. And also, for example, let's say I want to sign up. Maybe I'm just signing up for the first time. Once I'm signing up, it should tell me, oh, okay, like maybe I've already signed up successfully, or maybe I've created an account. I'm very sure you guys have an interaction with stuff like that most of the times. Like maybe um maybe when you change your email or when you do something, you get notified that, oh yes, your email has been changed successfully or your password has been changed successfully. That is what feedback means. Like let your users receive clear feedback for their actions. Anything they do, even if they sign up, let them know that, okay, yes, they've successfully signed up or they've successfully done something. So that is what he's saying. Also, hierarchy. Designers use visual hierarchy to prioritize content, making sure that the most critical information or actions are prominent and attention grabbing. Yes, at least for example, when we started, you can see that okay, when you just saw the screen, you saw week two. Week two was very tiny. Then you saw product design boot camp. Then you saw it that it was very big. So hierarchy really matters. Maybe you want them to see that, oh, we offer 50% discount. You should show, let them see that okay, this 50% discount, that is what you want to attract, that is what you want to attract them with. So let it be visible enough for them to see. So the hierarchy of that to the body text should be different. In fact, clear difference. Or maybe you're just coming on a website, the home page, the very first subheading or the very first heading should have, it should be like very, 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 very bogus that people can easily read and be like, okay, this is what they do. Maybe you are seeing a website that maybe you see LearnlyApp. You say, okay, learn in a gamified way or something, something. So that is what, because that is what they are after. They want you to learn at the same time also enjoying your learning. That is what you're going to say first, because that is what is going to attract users to see, oh, okay, this thing is actually different from what we have been seeing. So it being bogus and very visible to see, yes, that is the hierarchy. I'm very sure what the text are going to now follow, you now see them being reduced. I'm very sure your website sometimes, yeah, in fact, 16, the body text actually 16. Then maybe upper part, the very first landing page, text actually like maybe 70, 60, depends on whatever it is the person is designing. But then that is how hierarchy also matters. Is gets people attracted to, to what information you really needed them to, to follow through, what you want them to seek their attention on. Also, simplicity. The less is more approach encourages simplicity in design, avoiding unnecessary complexity and distractions. No serious thing. Just be. I used to tell people that beauty lies in simplicity. That is one of my those are one of the things that actually gets me going even in my designs. I believe that okay, yes, those you don't have to do too many. You don't have to do too much. Simplicity, just being simple. That is where the beauty lies, really. So accessibility as well, ensuring that all users, including those with disabilities, can access and interact with digital products through accessible design practices. Remember last week when we were talking about Alexa, when we were talking about smart homes now and smartphones. You guys remember that, yeah? And then we're thinking, okay, at least somebody talked about that. Okay, what about people that have disabilities? How do they want to use all this? How can they use appliances in their home? Even people that cannot even maybe operate phone very well, just talk to Siri. Hey Siri. In fact, many of us now we just use Siri anyhow, not because we don't have hand, not because we cannot go there, but they did those things for people that have disabilities. But now everybody's using Siri. That is accessibility, because everybody, and those with disabilities, those without, can also use it. Oh, hey Siri, turn on my alarm. Hey Alexa, do this, do this, do this. Alexa, play something, something. That is what's design. Those are design principles that really helps you, get out there and also get you better. Many people don't follow all these things. Many people don't. They don't. But when I just see some design, I just close my hands and just be like, let me just waka and pass. So consistency, visibility, feedback, hierarchy, simplicity, accessibilities. They help you put your designs out there very much more better. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Okay, I think we just finished this. So, design patterns. Yeah. So what are design patterns? Please don't forget, if you have questions, just please note them down so that at the end of the class we can address it as usual. So design patterns are reusable solutions to common user interface and user experience design problems. Design patterns are what? They are reusable solutions to common user interface and user experience design problems. Now, let's move forward. Why does this thing keep going back? Hey, village people, sorry, sorry guys. For example, now we said design patterns in UI UX serve as tried and tested solutions to recurring design challenges. Like something that you've tried over and over again. They are like templates or best practices that designers can use to address specific usability issues, create consistency in design, and enhance user experiences. It's just as simple as you're saying it. Now, for example, now we are moving to card sorting. Let's say okay, let me just go into it, then we'll explain very well. Now, card sorting is a widely used design pattern in UI UX. It involves a method of organizing content into groups or categories based on user input, feedback, or behavioral patterns. Don't forget last week also we mentioned about doing user research and getting your user personas. By doing your research, you get feedbacks, right? You know what your users want. You know how this app can best serve them, what you're trying to do, how it can enhance even the features you're trying to create, how it can actually enhance it better, how their feedback will help you to improve, like what LearnlyApp did last 2 weeks, right? So that is what card sorting is. It's like it's just a method of you categorizing content into groups, categories based on the feedbacks you've gotten, based on your research that you've done. Now, in card sorting, here designers present users with a set of virtual cards representing content or items within an interface. Users are then asked to group these cards into categories that make the most sense to them. And this process helps designers understand how users naturally think about and categorize information. Let's say, for example, I want to develop an app, or I said develop. I want to build. Oh, sorry, still the same thing. I want to design an app, right? I want to make, let's say, maybe an e-commerce app. I can present you with cards, like to just help you to. I have my questions, like a questionnaire, to just be like, okay, these guys can help me and feel this thing. Let me ask them what they feel about this thing, what they are expecting, how they want this app to best serve them. I just want to understand what you guys are thinking. I want to know what is in your head. I want to know your pains. I want to empathize with you. Now, the application, for example, let's imagine designing an e-commerce. Okay, I didn't even know that it was even e-commerce I even used. Now, where you need to categorize and display products. By conducting a card sorting exercise with potential users, you can gain insight into how they mentally group items like clothing, electronics, or accessories. This informs your menu structure, content organization, making it more intuitive for users to find and browse your products, or browse products on that app. Also, you already know that. Let's use Jumia for an example. Now, you see that Jumia, you can say that, okay, I think there's a search display button first, then you see the items that are listed there. Or let's even use GT Bank app. I'm very sure I don't know how many people are using GT Bank. You see that they've updated the way their app is, and some people are annoyed with it. Some people are saying it is okay. They updated their features and so many things. Now, in case of GT mobile app here, what I'm trying to say is just that their own is a little bit different, in the sense that they have a particular structure they were following before. They have a particular way their mobile app was before. Now, it's like they've done, in fact, like some people are saying that they just turned the whole thing upside down. They didn't just change it though. They've asked their potential customers, their potential users. Yes, all of us are there, but then the people at the top now, you know what I'm saying. So like they've asked those people, like, okay, yes, how is this thing? What are the features we can add to this thing? How can you, if you click here, is this what you want to see now? If the menu item is put here, there's no menu here, but like I don't know if you're trying to understand what I'm trying to say. Like if the access to other banks, or access to the names of all the other banks, I think now they even have features of you just seeing people's numbers, and then you can transfer to them. Once you have their number, you can see their what's it called, their bank automatically. You can see the account number automatically, so you can send them money without them knowing that you want to send them money. So all those things that they are doing, it is just the way they've sorted this thing, that okay, this is how this thing will best fit in for these people. This is how it can best explain it to them. They've conducted that sorting exercise with their users, that they just feel like, okay, this is the best way for them to go. I'm sure that many, in fact, I'm not sure if I like their new updates. I don't even, I'm indifferent about it. Because many people that are not educated, they will find issues, they will find problems using that their new app. They will definitely find issues using it. So whatever it is we are trying to do, it is just to make things easier for your users. Basically, you're making things easier for your users. Now, moving forward, what are the benefits of design patterns? Efficiency, consistency, usability, and your users' expectations. That is still the same thing we are saying. Now, efficiency, we say design patterns save time and effort since they provide established solutions to common problems, reducing the need for reinventing the wheel. Like you already have something, you already have the layout of what you want to do. You already know that, okay, when you put your menu button, some things are already hidden inside that menu. So just for me to click it, it will display other things for me. I don't need to stress to start looking for where this thing is. I just know that, okay, they should be in the menu button. It is efficient enough for me to understand that, okay, yes, they're already saving time, and then you already have a pattern that you are following as a designer. For users, that is the first one I said was just for your users. But you as a designer, you already have a pattern that you're following. You know that, okay, it's like you when we were talking about design system the other time. I mean, that was last week, of course. Right? We're talking about design system. Say like, okay, what does this thing help you to do? It just helps you to, like, okay, know that you already have some things to follow. You don't have to start creating this thing over and over and over again. You already have steps by step. Okay, notice that, okay, this thing, if I'm creating a form for sign up, I already have a template I follow. I already have this, I already have this. So it reduces the need for reinventing the wheel. Also, consistency. They promote consistency in design, ensuring that similar interactions or components behave and look the same across an application or website. The same thing you're using on your web is the same thing you're using on your mobile. Nothing is different. If you see Twitter on your web, Twitter is the same thing on your mobile too. Just the way they categorize them, that is just the difference. But like, it's not as if you will see the logo somewhere, you'll be seeing the logo another place in the mobile. No, everything is consistent. Also, usability. Design patterns are often based on usability research and best practices, which means they are more likely to result in user-friendly solutions. What is the benefit of your design patterns if it's not to benefit your users, of course? Why are you doing something if your users cannot benefit from it? I think we discussed this also last week. Also, your user expectations. Users have come to expect certain patterns in interfaces, e.g., yes, the location of a menu or search bar. Adhering to these patterns can improve user comfort and reduce the learning curve. I mean, nobody wants to go to, you don't want to have an app and then your menu icon is put, now it's always by your right corner, right? Not like you're not seeing, or sometimes it was on the left before, but now it's usually on the right. Not now saying that you want to now put it on, I mean, maybe let's say where you're supposed to see uh just that down part. Now I don't know, everybody's using different phones. So now let's say the menu icon that's supposed to be on the right hand of your, I mean, like right corner of your phone is now down. I mean, nobody would have said, like, okay, what's going on? Why did they have to change where it's supposed to be? Usually, like when you log into a website, the logo is usually on the what? On the left. The logo is usually on the left. Sorry about that. The logo is usually on the left, and then you are seeing the logo down. Now, I mean, how does that even explain anything? So users already expect that your website will do some things. They expect that, when they come to your website, what they have to do. All these things I'm saying, they're also part of UX laws. So if you've not studied all the laws of UX, you need. I think we have about 20. You need to go and read up all of them. So, like, they already expect that, okay, once they come to your website, it should perform the way they've been seeing other things or other website. They expect that everything that they are used to, it should be the same. They don't want to come to your own website and everything is looking different. They are not used to it. So it matters a lot. Your design patterns has to be efficient, consistent, usable, and also it must meet user expectations. Moving forward, I hope I'm able to finish this slide on time. Types of UI UX design patterns. We have navigation patterns, we have form patterns, we have feedback patterns, content display patterns, and interaction patterns. For the navigation patterns, there are patterns for structuring menus, navigation bars, breadcrumbs, and search functionality. I mean, it's just as simple. I'm very sure all these terminologies are, these words are not new to you guys. So form patterns, templates for designing input forms, registration flows, and data submission. So like we have templates for that. Those are forms. They call them form. Anything you see that you have to fill in your details, they are forms. So feedback patterns, we have guidelines for providing user feedback, including error messages, success notifications, and loading indicators as well. I mean, like you understand this. I'm very sure that some people, when you want to when you're just creating a form on a page for the first time, and then you are putting your password, they didn't tell you that maybe you have to include characters, or maybe you have to include some special characters or stuffs like that. Now you're just saying that password is not accepted, or you're just saying some, I mean, they didn't give you information of what kind of password, of what kind of password they expect you to use. Do you understand? So interaction patterns as well. We have patterns for handling user interactions like swipe gestures, drag and drop, pinch to zoom. Sorry guys. Class. Pinch to zoom. Like every other thing. Like now, maybe if I'm zooming in like this, so everything that I'm doing like this, like everything has they are just part of design patterns. Content display patterns as well, solutions for presenting content such as card layouts, grids, or carousels. Everything, they are also design patterns. If the way your content has to be displayed, everything has to be the same. It has to follow a particular pattern, that okay, it has to be a particular pattern that you are following all through all these things that we are seeing here. Not like you have a square box for your forms, and then another page you are seeing a curved form, a curved rectangle for your form. I'll show you what I'm saying later by the time we're showing this. Let's just move forward. UI/UX terminologies. Understanding some terminologies is essential to grasp key concepts and vocabulary used in UI/UX design. I just put in few here. So yeah, UI/UX design has its own language and terminology that designers, developers, and stakeholders use to communicate effectively. Understanding these terminologies is crucial for anyone involved in the design process to ensure clarity and coherence in design discussions and decisions. I mean, when I first started design, I didn't even know what they call breadcrumbs. I said breadcrumbs. Do you know? Hey, yeah, the menu icon now. Now I think they call it hamburger. When I first, I don't even. I was like, "What's hamburger?" I was like, "What's hamburger menu? What's hamburger icon?" I was like, "What's that?" I don't know. I was like, "Okay, let's see. It's menu that me. What is hamburger? Hamburger? Many people, that is what they call it, right?" So there are so many things that everybody has to like have the same um the same view of what something is called, so that all of you can be on the same page. So I'll just be talking about wireframing right now. I mean, I'm sure everybody has heard wireframing, right? A wireframe is a fundamental UI/UX term that refers to a basic visual representation of a user interface, outlining its structure and content without focusing on visual design elements like colors and images. Wireframe is just like a sketch. It's just what you just bring. Like, for example, I have an idea of how I want to design WhatsApp in my head. First thing I'm doing is to sketch it. That's what we call the plan of a house. The way you are seeing the plan of a house, that you just draw line on those things, that is wireframe. Just like the graphical layout. So now the application. Imagine you're starting to design a mobile app. Before diving into the details of colors and graphics, you create a wireframe. That is the very first thing you need to do. Then this wireframe is essentially a sketch that outlines where various elements such as navigation bars, buttons, text fields, and content blocks will be placed on the screen. It is a blueprint that helps plan the layout and functionality of the app. Same thing, you can liken it to the blueprint of a house, the plan of a house. So what are the importance of understanding UI/UX terminologies? For effective communication, clarity in design briefs, and collaboration. We've talked about the communication aspect, so I don't think, I mean, even all this, I think I've spoken about it. So well, When all team members understand UI UX terminology, they can communicate more efficiently and accurately. This is especially important when discussing design concepts, requirements, and feedback. And for clarity in your design briefs, let's say you want to present your design to stakeholders or people, yeah. Using correct UI UX terminology ensures everyone is on the same page regarding what needs to be accomplished. And for collaboration between designers, developers, and other stakeholders, is smoother when everyone shares a common language. Don't come and be calling hamburger menu when I know that I be hamburger icon. I'm like, what's that? I'm just like, I think maybe that's generalized. Maybe so many of you don't even know what hamburger, but that is what they call this menu icon before. But we have different kinds of menu icons. Safe. Do you understand? So not all of them is even the hamburger stuff. There are other ones that they've done a lot of menu stuff for now. So we can use any icon that you want to represent your menu, as long as it's displaying that, okay, when people see it, it's telling them that this is the menu icon. So it minimizes misunderstandings and streamlines the design and development process. I'm trying to be fast. Sorry, guys. So other UI UX terminologies, we have prototype, we have user persona, information architecture, we have usability testing, accessibility, responsive design, user flow, call to action, just to mention a few though. Prototyping, you know, that's an interactive model of a user interface that allows for testing and evaluation before the final design is developed. And the user persona, a fictional representation of a typical user created to guide design decisions based on user needs and behaviors. Information architecture, the organization and structure of content within a digital product to facilitate navigation and usability. Then what is usability testing? It's a method of evaluating a product by observing how users interact with it and gathering feedback. Accessibility, designing products to be usable by people with disabilities, ensuring inclusivity and compliance with accessibility standards. Responsive design, designing interfaces to adapt and function seamlessly on various screen sizes and devices. User flow, the path a user takes through a website or app to accomplish a specific task or goal. Call to action, a design element that prompts users to take a specific action, such as clicking a button to make a purchase, such as the sign up button, the login, the register now, all those things, those are their call to action. So I believe if this, all this, they are not even grammar. Like, I think I've simplified it enough for people to like read and just understand the way it is written. And the other one, we have mock-ups, like, I mean, we all know what mock-up is. So, and so many others. So just to mention but a few. And we're moving to creating core UI UX components. So core UI UX components are the building blocks of any digital interface, whether it's a website, mobile app, or software application. These components are essential for providing users with a consistent and intuitive experience while interacting with the product. Don't worry, let's just move. Forget the English. Sorry, why is this thing always going back? So, for example, we have the navigation bar. We call it nav bar. Nav bar. I'm sure that many people know nav bar is called navigation bar. And the navigation bar is a core UI component that provides users with easy access to various sections, features, or pages within an application or website. It typically includes elements like menu buttons, the search bars, and the logo. So everything on your header section in a website like this, they are the nav bar. I'm sure that you will see your home, your about, the logo, the contact us, the whatever thing that is there. Yeah, they are like the nav bar. And if it's on the, maybe if it's on the mobile, it can have another structure. Maybe under the menu you can see search. If you cannot place search on your home page directly, you can see search under it. You can see your whatever any other buttons you're looking for, but I'm sure the logo should not be inside that. But everything that we still call it is what is still like the nav bar. It won't be under your logo will not be under your menu. Oh, no, it's going to be on your home page. I mean, for the mobile, right? But then everything is still called what the nav bar. We have what we call header. We have what we call the footer. I mean, the footer is what you see on the bottom line at that I said line, the bottom part of a website. That's what we call the footer. Everything you see up on that home section, that nav bar, all those nav bar section, they are called what? The header. Then the footer is all those things that have maybe the subscribe to our newsletter, all those parts, like when you do, it's usually in another color entirely. It's usually in another color. So that is those are the footers. So that is what navigation bar does for you. Like it provides users with easy access to various sections, features, or pages within an application or a website. Oh yeah, I think we should be done. So what are the components of a navigation bar? Yeah, menu, buttons, search bar, logo, everything is still up there on your website. You see them, the logo you see first on your left corner. You can see the search, you can see the menu buttons. If not the menu buttons, you can see them as home, the about us, the contact us, the our services, the whatever thing, the contact, everything that's just on there, that the nav bar. So, what is the importance of navigation bar? It is a critical component because it guides users through the interface, helping them discover and access the content or features they need. Its design and placement significantly impact the user's ability to navigate effectively and find relevant information. It's just as you are coming to a website, you're coming to a new place for the first time. Everything has been categorized. Everything has been differentiated. So you just go there, you know what you're looking for. Just click and see what you're looking for. Maybe I want to read about it. Just go. If you want to go to their blog, you see blog session. Click on blog and go. You want to sign up. Click on sign up and register. You want to sign in. Click on it. You want to log out or you want to leave the whatever, you can also close your accounts. Anything you want to do, settings, you see it. You want to change it to dark mode, you will see it. So navigation bar just helps you, like helps us to, it helps to guide our users to it helps them. It's like a guideline for them to to know how to navigate on a website or an app, basically, so that they can find whatever it is they're looking for on time. They don't have to be perambulating up and down. So these are some core UI UX components. We have buttons. Buttons are used for actions like submitting forms, making purchases, or starting a process. For example, your sign up, your sign in, your purchase now, all those things, or login. Forms, input forms allows users to provide data or feedback and are essential for various interactions such as registration or contact forms. Yes, maybe the contact us session, you have the form for that. Then also for what's it called? The form also, maybe you want to just sign up for the particular page or for a particular app. The form, those are you see the details you have to fill. Those are examples. The menus, we have drop down menus or context menus. They help organize and access a variety of options or functions. Then we have typography. Proper typography ensures readability and sets the tone for the interface. That's your text to your fonts, your text, anything. Then icons. Icons are visual representations of actions, features, or categories, enhancing the user's understanding. Like we have the menu icon, we have settings icon, we have the home icon, we have the profile icon. We have so many icons. Then images and media. Graphics, images, and multimedia elements are used to convey information and engage users visually. Then the next thing, consistency across components. Maintaining consistency in design and behavior of this component is crucial. Like it's very, very crucial. And users should know what to expect when they interact with your buttons. If I click sign up, I know that I've signed up. It should take me to the next page. Even when they fill out forms or navigate using menus. Consistency enhances usability and, and reduces the learning curve, as users can apply their previous experiences to new interactions. So that's the same thing we are saying, that when people are used to a certain way of how things should be done, they now come to your own website or your own app. You are not doing another different thing, all in the name of you want to be different. I mean, you are not helping yourself and you're not definitely helping your users, right? Although yeah, you might want to incorporate some new features, but that doesn't mean you should modify, or that doesn't mean you should change the whole way of how things are being done. You can add, you can improve. Of course, you can improve or you can modify some features or some things, but you cannot even change, because it's not even going to help your users like in any way. So that users can apply their previous experiences to new interactions. I'm trying to be fast, sorry. So, in conclusion, creating and designing core UI UX components is a foundational step in the UI UX design process. And these components are the primary means through which users interact with digital products, and their effective design is essential for a seamless and user-friendly experience. User-friendly experience. By giving careful thought to the design and consistency of these components, designers can significantly enhance the overall usability and appeal of the user of their interfaces. Whatever it is you are doing, your components really, 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 really matters a lot. Like it matters a lot. We cannot overemphasize it. So you have to give careful thoughts to everything you are doing. Consistency matters. Everything really, really matters. Everything. There's in fact you cannot do one and leave anything. So I think we are done. We are done. Done, done, done. But now I want to sorry, okay, I think we still have time.
Yes,
Oh my god,
sure,
please can
sure,
anybody
sure. We
hear me?
can
Because I
hear
was
you.
just
We still
talking
have
and
time
talking.
for the.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, you get
Okay,
the
so
last slide. Slide.
Yeah, we are getting you.
the last slide.
Yeah,
Okay, please hold on. Can
the
you
very
still see
last.
my screen? This one.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. What's it about?
In
Yeah,
conclusion,
the conclusion, like the one
and
after
designing
this is
core
the
UI
conclusion.
company, we are
Okay, I
seeing
didn't see the other one. You just popped out.
You didn't see it.
we are
Do you
seeing
want
it
me to
now.
come again or okay? Because I'm not
No,
like. Do
Sorry,
you guys want
let's
me to
sorry.
explain it?
Okay, wait, guys. Please, if you have any question or any clarification, you can use the chat box. Is the reason why we are saying let's use the chat box. So, what do you want us to do? You can just put it in the chat and then we can do it. And I think one thing we want to do is to try to move fast and get to the
Exactly.
practical sessions. So, if you have any questions, this session is recorded. You are going to get the recording. You're also going to get access to the slides like we did the last time. So it's going to be easy for you to go back to it. But for now, we also believe it's also important for you to see the practical application of everything that we have been talking about. So we might want to go to the practical session. If you have any question, drop it in the chat. You would have access to the recording. You'd also have access to the content, the slide content. So our mentor, you can help us, show us the practical session.
Okay, thank you. So just a minute. Okay, sure. Please, can you guys see my screen?
It's coming up now. I can see it.
Okay, so I'm trying to share. Okay, please, can anybody still see my screen? Can you guys see my screen now?
I still can see it here.
Yes, ma'am.
yes,
Okay, okay.
I can see your
So, all right, all right. So now we are going to in this section, just in how many minutes now? It's just like applying the principles and patterns. Yeah, and I'm just going to show you what it really means, or like what everything we'll be talking about and what we are saying. For example, this app is what is a delivery app. You can already see it, like it's a delivery app, right? And we'll explore how design principles and patterns are applied in the context of this delivery app, and how it enables users, to place orders, choose their transport options, and also how they can refer people to also join to join the app or to register for the app and all those things. Also, first thing we're going to be looking at is also the streamlined menu. Sorry, let me just get started. When we were talking about the design patterns the other time, we're talking about forms and all those things. Now you see, when I was saying that you can't get to a particular place and then you see that, oh, your form rectangles, maybe they are square or curved. Mine is curved. It's not what's it called, it's not squared, like 100% squared. It's curved a little bit. And then even if I go to my login or my sign in session, everything is still the same. I want to go to forgot password. My box size is still the same. Nothing is changing, right? Nowhere. there's no way you want to go. Anything, everything is consistent. It has to be consistent. Not like anything is changing. Your text, the logo is where it is. The time is where it is. The send code is where it's supposed to be. Now I'm just going to like. So I'm supposed to just like restart. Let me restart it so that we can go back to the beginning. Sorry. Mm. So I'm going back to the beginning again. So like these are the kind of work you get to start doing and present a lot of screens and all those things. So we are getting started now. Everything is fixed. Once you create an account, you verify your OTP, the boxes, everything is logged in. Now we are going to streamline the menu options. Your streamlined menu, the delivery app adheres to X law by simplifying its menu structure. There's really nothing you want to do here that okay, I know that okay, this was like I think I did this design like I can't remember how long ago. But so does anybody want to say something? Okay, let me just continue. So for example, like the primary options of this home page especially is what you want to place order, you want to become a partner, you want to refer a friend. Like very simple, nothing much on the home screen. Nothing much. You want to place your order, okay, then you can now start clicking either you want to place orders. You want to become a partner, click it. You want to refer a friend, either that one too. Let's say that okay, maybe you want to refer a friend. Anything you want to do, you're clicking your menu button, anything you want payments, about us, contact us, points you want to log out, you want to view your profile. Everything is following X law. Simple as ABC, nothing. Like nothing, no stress for you, no stress for the users. And that is one particular goal we were trying to follow. The icons are very easy to understand. You know that okay, even from the home page, you saw that okay, this is the menu icon. This is what they call the hamburger menu. Sorry, guys, this is what they call the because it looks like hamburger. So that's why they call it hamburger menu. That's what I used. Then you see that okay, you want to place orders. You see this plus sign is representing it graphically. You want to become a partner. You want to refer somebody. You see your user, your profile icon. Everything is graphically representing it. And also the design patterns as well. For application, we have the order categories. I want to order. I know that, okay, let me just click the order. I have delivered, pending, cancel. This is for people that this is the first time you're using your app. Whether you want to click it, everything is still new, nothing is there. And let's say that okay, you're already a previous user, you click it, everything is well dated, even your pending, even your cancelled, everything is well structured. Now, let's say you want to place a new order. Of course, that is the best thing you need to do. Everything has been customized, everything is just there. But okay, you see that okay, order details, you click your order details, you select the vehicle you want to use. Maybe you want to just send the document, you want to do anything, you select the next thing you want to choose. Let's say you want to select let's say you want to send the document, whatever it is. You fill in the necessary details, and everywhere that you start is important. Users have to fill all those details. I'm making it easy for them that okay, nearest landmark, describe your package, use your package details, the weight of your package, you want to schedule it for later, anything you want to do. Anything you want to do, either you want to move your load, select the bus, you want to just carry something, select anything, just select anything. Then you know that okay, after selecting, filling the order details, you proceeding as easy as possible. Nobody even, you don't need to start asking that okay, something is up. You need to just go to just pay, and then you select your payment method, and then you move from there. As simple as ABC. Now, when I did this app here, I'm supposed to show you the wireframing because we are more advanced. So I usually don't even do wireframing. But when I first started, I do wireframing because it's very, very important. Even this particular thing, when I first got this stuff, it was just like, okay, they just told me to just design. I was like, okay. And funniest part is they did not even really correct anything, even in the design. They did not. Just like I was not that did the logo myself. Not like that was. They just said I should just come up with a full stuff. I should select the color. I should do everything by myself. So I didn't do wireframing. I didn't even, okay, I did user flow. I didn't do my wireframing then. But then, if you're just starting, you're new, wireframing is, you cannot even escape it. And let's say I want to even do wireframing for this now. I think at some point, let's say I just want to do wireframing for this now. First thing is, all this design you are seeing, just leave it be. Oh. Let's say I've not even done it. First thing is, okay, I'm using iPhone. Let's use iPhone 14 Pro Max. This is like wireframe. And then this is what wireframe just basically does for you. Let's say we are putting a square here. This is what represents the logo. It usually does not have what's it called, colors. So usually ash and gray. Let's say this black here is representing the golo. I said golo. It's representing the logo, and then you have your whatever logo name. That's how your wireframe is usually. So just have your logo name here, or maybe you want to have your logo name here or something. This doesn't mean that it's a logo. This box might mean that, okay, maybe you have an image. Then you have, oh God, what's that? Sorry, this is just me practicalizing stuff for. So let's just say, then you have some text basically here. Let me just type one nonsense, jama something. Oh, sorry. So let's say we have a particular text here, surely like this. Surely much more than this here, but let's just say we're just practicing. Then we will have something, the a new user sign in, new user sign up. Maybe you just have a sign, maybe sign that you have there. Then you have another button. Sorry guys. You're supposed to have a rectangle here to show sign up. Maybe I'm just want to do something with this logo. So let's just put it like that, Sha. So sorry. Okay, so this is your register now or sign up, whatever it is you want to use. Sign up. Okay, so that's how usually very grayed up. It does not have any color, black and gray. A new user, sorry, already a user, supposed to be already a user. Already a user, sign in. So that's just it. You are done with this one is just supposed to be reduced a little bit. Text size, let's use 14. It's mobile. Then just put this to 5. So that's it. Let's say this person is using, maybe this is an e-commerce app. Maybe once the person signs up, or maybe someone wants to sign up, you know that you're supposed to do your form screen next, right? I'm just trying to, where's the stuff I copied? Sorry. I'm just trying to, I don't want to waste much of our time. So you know that your form is here. Let's just do 50. So you know you're supposed to, these are your form. So I don't know, whatever, any questions as much as possible you want to ask the user. Maybe they have to fill in to 6. Okay. So let's say they have to fill into 6, and then you know you're supposed to have a text here. Sign up or something. Let's just write sign up. Then we talked about hierarchy, right? We talked about hierarchy. Medium. Yeah, we can have it in 24. Place. Just to sign up, your details, everything in between. People don't really do a field state of all these things anymore. Sorry. So just add stroke to them or reduce the opacity. Stay with the hash gray. then the thin line be 0.8. Okay, then you have your button again. That's why if I now you just copying and pasting sign up or proceed or something. Okay, then this one again, as usual, the way everything is always there on everybody's on each screen. Sorry, I'm supposed like when I said consistency, we talked about consistency. Now this thing is not even in the middle at all. So your alignment really matter. Me, I'm sorry, I don't use grid though. I know that everybody is new. If you are new, you are supposed to use all those things. They are very, very important for you. So you use your grid, but me, I don't use grid. And what I just do is just to check out my how well they are best aligned. So that's it. So this one, so I know that's supposed to have 90 distance 124 and then stay in the middle. So that's just this is me just trying to be like, okay, yes, this is the next thing. Then let's say after people proceed, we're supposed to do another login, a login screen, right? We're supposed to do a login screen. So let's copy and this too. Let's just bring it here. Then change this one to login. Sorry. Or welcome back or something. Let's just use welcome back or welcome on board. Anything. Okay. So then you have your login details. Have your login details. Okay. So I'm just trying to go fast. Then you have your a new user sign up. Okay. It's just like you trying to, you are not doing much, you are not putting color, you're not even putting much color for now. Let's say even this color, so let's say it's maybe this color. Now I just want to just do another screen. I think that will be all. Wait, where is, I don't even know where this thing is copying to. What's wrong? So these are just the first screens we'll be looking at. Then you move. Okay. Like I said the other time, I said let's say this is an e-commerce app, right? So we know that you're supposed to display images. Sorry, I'm just trying to do some things. Okay. These ones are usually very gray, so you know that they represent images, and then you put like a times whatever inside. Okay. Um, whose app should we call this now?
Somebody give us a name in the comment section.
What's the name? Oh, because I'm using. I don't want to like leave the screen. That's why.
Yeah, the first name we see in the
Right.
comment section, we'll go with that.
all right then.
Cola
Okay.
app. I see Cola app. Food go.
Hola. Oh, okay. So that's fine then. So I'm moving this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so that we can have. Why is this one not moving? Village people. Then you usually have your. So I'm sure everybody has plugins. Oh, you have plugins. You are using Figma. Okay, maybe many of us don't know how to use Figma. Don't worry. If I think I say, and Pedro, I have to teach them on Figma too, Abby.
Yes. I think
Okay.
the last session, the next week is about Figma.
Oh, I should know that I've even bothered. Oh my God, sorry, I don't everybody saying we are doing magic. Oh my God, sorry. So, for
Next
example, guys,
session, we uploaded resources about using Figma basics. That's the resources we have for the week 3, and
okay,
the next session is going to be about that, and then they will now have assignments to do
okay,
something with Figma. And
Oh, that's beautiful. No problem. No problem. That's fine then. Okay, so which user profile should we use now? Let me use this one. This one that looks like me. Okay. Usually, all these plugins, you guys don't worry. By the time we have our class, I'll give you names of so many ones you can download. Like so many. So let me use that. And then what else do I need? I need the menu. Then when we're talking about the terminologies the other time, if some names are not the same with what these plugins know them as, you know them as hamburger. If I type up hamburger now, it will bring hamburger. If I type menu, it also bring menu for me. Do you understand? So it depends. But if you have another name that you are calling, this is me typing menu now, and then it brought all this menu stuff for me that I can use. This is Iconify. I'm using Iconify at the moment. And then, oh, sorry, I'm supposed to also use this the search button icon search. So I know that. Okay, when I first started to here, I was looking for this profile, this icon of profile that shows people's profile. Yeah, I was typing profile. I was not seeing something that I'm supposed to use until I typed user. Until I typed in user before they showed me that okay, this is the icon that I'm asking for. This one not so tiny. Let me use this. It looks so tiny. Just a bit. I think we are almost done. Let me use this. That just one looks like a microscope like this. Let's shall manage it for the class. So I know that I need another. Honest thing is, people don't really do all the search buttons like that again. Let me give this one 5 a little. Then we know that maybe we have our user, or maybe we can put our profile down here. Sometimes, yeah, some stuffs have it. Oh, I didn't download the remaining icons, but we manage like that, and then just place reduce. Let me give it like 30, 25 is okay. No color, nothing at all. Uh, uh
something I want to add. I think I
yes,
remember last week.
okay.
Last week, somebody talked about product designing and then knowing how to mix colors. And I just want to point that out. This is an example of how you can make a design, and all we have just used is white, black, and gray, so no color, and you can
No
still come up
color.
with something that would pass the message you want to pass. I just wanted to add that.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pedro. If I want to do a more advanced design, I will not use box for my stuff. But some people will not be confused and be like, what's going on? So that's why I'm using box. That's why I'm using box. So I can just do anything. I can just do anything. Then the usual, where's this? Why is this page showing here? Okay. Sorry, I just want to copy and paste this. Control C. Who's creating events? Hey, village people. Village people. Okay. I think we were creating somewhere around here before. Okay. So I just want to copy that and just put, and then change the color to black. This is iPhone 14 Pro. Um, just doing some necessary adjustments. Then we had colors now. We're going to add colors now. Okay. That's 22. 30. This was, let me just drag and drop. Okay, um so now this is what we call wireframing. Normally you have your other icon, maybe settings, maybe home, maybe other things are supposed to be down here, guys. So I'm just going to leave this profile. It's just let me just remove it. Let me just remove it. But there are stuff that's supposed to be down here, right? Let me just leave it be. Depends on what you want to do. Depends on what you want to do. So this place we know that it is, but let me just leave it as that for now. Okay. So now this is what we call wireframing. No colors, no too much graphical representations and all those things. So control, let me just drag them out. So the difference between this and then a real design is just what from here you start adding your colors and then everything starts coming to life. So the person said we are doing color. What are we doing now? Let's just put color.
Yes, Cooler app. Into this session, we have
Is it
gathered
color
to
the
test.
C
Yes, yes, just
color
like that. You spelled it. Just the way you
the
spelled
K?
it. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
with the K. Yeah.
And then yeah, the later supposed to be then semi bold. First of all, let's choose color. The person that chose the name should also choose color for us now. What
Oh,
does the
so
app
but
ahead? So in choosing colors, you have to know what you are designing. What is the color app? What are we doing? The person that
I
selected the name.
I saw
So
some comments. Let me check again.
okay.
Um, okay, it's just names. So can someone, let's if you can give us the color, what we do, maybe a little bit. Is a ride hailing app. Hmm. I thought we were doing e-commerce, and then the color is blue.
Who chose blue?
I'm just looking at the comments. We are just going with what we see in the comments. So blue.
Okay, we've not chosen blue yet though. We've not chosen any color.
That's what I'm saying. Blue. In the comment section, we chose blue.
Okay. Now so for e-commerce app, yeah. What's
Yeah.
the e-commerce app now? What are you now selling? Is it food? Is it clothes? Is it
Eh,
stuff?
Just
So all those things
give
also
me a
determine colors.
We are selling cars. They say we are selling cars.
We are selling what? Card.
Cars.
Cars.
Ferraris and
Oh,
Lamborghini.
okay. So we have to go with the design has to be mad though, but let's just manage today's class. So now
We won't
uh
buy GLE. Mercedes Benz GLE specifically.
now wow, that person you get let's use a bright, let's use a blue color or something. Uh, I don't know. Green are usually for food. Let's use this color. No. Think we can do it with this color. I'm grouping this and then I'm giving them a depends on the color of the logo. Let me use linear. Don't let me do too much. I don't want to do too much. So
Yes, we have. Maybe we are going to go more into it maybe next week. We'll design something
exactly.
together
So I
next
just
week.
don't want to
Yeah.
do too much. So this is how your color starts coming into place. And then this color, the design has to the name has to be. Let me put in the big name very well so that people can
We'd
see it.
only do that first page for today. We'd
Yes,
only do that, yeah. So
yes. We are done. So we are done. And then
somebody give us a good caption. Driving you to your dreams. If we wanted to use Yoruba now, I would say Gbemi Debe because we are driving. But we'll just say driving.
oh yeah, oh come on, go debe. Are we using a monochrome color or something? Let me
Get
use
get a dream ride. So for that caption that is at the bottom there is get a dream ride.
this one.
Yes, get a dream
Okay,
ride. Dream ride. Get your dream ride. Get your
okay.
dream ride. Sorry.
Uh, okay. Let's shall leave it like that. First of all, let me put
Yeah.
it. 20 is fine. Then should be maybe medium. Sorry, I'm just. Let me use a white button. Okay. So, um, blah. This should be this color, but then it has to be semi bold. Then this one's
So please,
too.
everybody, drop your social media handle. So we are going to share with the world how we created um Cola
Then
app together from scratch. So we'll,
sorry,
we'll
this
try
one
to
is
tag
too.
everybody. We'll try to tag everybody on the post. So
Okay. Lines, it leak, it leak, it leak, it leak. So
Sorry, please, though. I don't know where I will see where to type, please. I don't know if you can
I
guide
don't think
me
they
to
can create
the
it now,
where to type.
Pedro. Many people don't even know how to use Figma yet.
yes, this is not to teach you how to use Figma yet. The lesson for lesson 3 on the mobile app.
Oh, this is
If you go to the
14.
mobile app, there's a lesson on getting started on Figma. It's on the mobile app, your lesson on how to use Figma. This is just to show you a practical session to drive home some of the points we discussed, like wireframing that we discussed, last week, design patterns and things like that. Using Figma will come more in details after one, you have read through the resource, which is going to guide you, and then two, there will be a Figma session next week. That's the last session for the bootcamp. So there's a Figma session next week. This is just to show you wireframe and things like that in practice. Using colors, layers, design system, design patterns, buttons, and things like that. This is to show you what it looks like in practice. This is not to teach you how to do that. Next, you have to read the content again. Get the mobile app. The content has been uploaded yesterday. You have to read the content. It is going to teach you. And then next week, we'll have a practical session on that.
Okay. I think
Yeah.
guys, that's all.
Yeah. Okay, thank you
So
very much. We are like 17 minutes above our time, but I think this was really, really nice. It was better. If you enjoyed this, I've seen a lot of people clapping. Let us know that you enjoyed this particular session. We'll be sharing these things on our social media handles. We'll be tagging people. You can also share a few things that you've learned and on your social media platforms. And then let us, we would repost you, we share it. Let us, join the conversations together on the learnings we are doing. So once again, this is an introduction. This particular bootcamp is helping you get started in product design. And I would say for our mentor to get to where she is today, it took her years of experience. You will not get there in 3 weeks. Just to clarify that. But then she
yes,
has
bro.
helped us. She has showed us, the steps on how to go about it. There are some things she did from the design. You see that she did from experience, like where this should be. The size, how to use the gray color, how to fade it down. Things like that that you can figure out just by looking at it. You can say, okay, this should be like this. For someone that is starting out, you might not be able to figure it just by looking at it. It's going to come with a lot of practice. So last week is going to be our last session. We are also going to go deep dive into what we can do within 1 hour ish on product design, Figma, sorry, specifically what you can do in Figma. And then after that, you would have an assignment to do a project, and then you have to submit the assignment. That's what is going to that's what we're going to do next week. So for this week, please go back to the app. I see a lot of people have read a couple of things. Some people have gone far. Ish. A mark of how far you've read is the point. If you keep reading, you gain more points. So I see some people have a lot of points. Some have 10, some have 0, some have 80. So some people have, read. Some things are 5 points, some things are 10 points. So for someone that has 80 points, the person has read like, 6, 7 things for the person to get there. So please, how to use Figma is on the app. We are going to share this recording with everybody. The presentation is also going to be shared. You have access to our mentor. She's on Slack also with us. If you have some questions you want to ask, also if you ask on the chat, we'll get it across to our mentors and then we'll give you back answers. Sorry if it might be taking a little bit of a delay, but we are improving, the response to the chats. But we are going to respond to all questions. Next week we have a more practical session on Figma. You can get a head start from the content, so it helps you get started in Figma, installing it, the different tabs on Figma, what different things are called. You go through the content, you would understand the wireframe, design systems. That's the whole idea of the content. So the practical sessions would, drive it home for you. Thank you once again, Bukola, for your time. I don't know. Before we leave, does anybody have any other things? Because we are 20 minutes past our time, just to see what we have going on. If you have a question, drop it on the chat. And everybody said that they enjoyed this session. Thank you. We also enjoyed it. This was quite interesting. We're excited. Thank you very much. I also enjoyed it myself. And yes, follow Lendy app on all social media platforms. Check your chat session and follow Lendy app. We are also going to try to tag as many people as we can tag. We hope to tag everybody on this particular post. We'll try to tag as many people as we can tag on this. But then if you tag us, we are going to recognize you, and then we are also going to reshare it. I'm looking now to see if there's any question. Yes, we thank you for the comments, and all of that. Okay, this our time now has passed, and please, if you have any question, the chat is the place for you to ask your question. If you have a personal challenge, you can also reach me on Slack or reach anybody on Lendy app and tell them that you want to get to me, and they would guide you to get to me. But I'm on Slack, or IBME Pedro on all of my social media platforms. IBME Pedro, like that, and anywhere you search for IBME Pedro, my face will show. We'll share the slides with you. We'll share the recording with you. Do we still have any questions? I'm seeing somebody raising their hands. Use the chat, please, so that it can be easy for us.
I think somebody also said she asked the question.
Some lessons are locked up until now. Yes. The lessons are supposed to be step by step. You cannot go to lesson 5 and skip lesson 1. So you have to take one lesson, take the quiz, then take the next lesson, then take the quiz, and take the next lesson, and take the quiz. If you don't go step by step, it will be locked. So you have to do it one after the other. We have updated our app. I've just not uploaded it yet. It makes it a whole lot much more easy for you to go. So you see what you have to do per time rather than see everything. You just see what you have to do per time. But that's a conversation for another time. But the lessons are supposed to be one step at a time. What you need per time is what you should take. And then once you are done with that, then you can now do the next one. You cannot skip lesson 1 and go to lesson 3. You have to do 1, 2, then 3. It has to be step by step, because these things build on each other. And it's one of the ways we ensure that you have a structured learning. We cannot just allow people learn, in a scattered way. You have to learn one step at a time. The recording will be shared also with you. This particular design was done with, can you use any design pattern for any app? Okay, I think this is an important question, and I think this is a good question. I don't know, can you, our mentor, can you use any design pattern for any app? I know we mentioned some things for you to consider, like the product, you have to do your market research. I think we discussed some of this last week. It's from your research that you can decide
Exactly.
what you want to do. That's the whole importance of user research, user research testing, and every other thing that comes before you actually get to design. A lot of people also make this mistake. I know I'm not a product designer by profession. I have some I have some experience designing products. I actually have some input on the Lendy app product as it is. So, but then a lot of people make the mistake of going straight into designing. You don't just want to build a product and then you open Figma. Figma is not the first place you should start from. But then I'll
Exactly.
allow our mentor to maybe shed more light on that.
You said it all already. You said it all really, and that is just the truth. I think when I was talking to checking out, right, I said depending on what you want to design, you have your patterns, you have what you want to follow, you have the things. And last week when we were saying some things, so we mentioned when even some organizations have some things they want you to do, you have to follow there. But you as a designer, you can advise them that, oh yeah, this is what is better. People are no longer doing this and this and this and this. But some design patterns are already fixed that, oh, especially maybe where the nav bars are supposed to be, where the search bar is supposed to be. All those things are usually like, okay, when you go to any website, that is where they are. Not like you now want to design your own, you now want to do another different thing. People will not follow you through with that. Do you get? So like also as Pedro has said, use your research matters before you even think of designing or anything. You have to do your research. Get your user personas as well. Know what is the challenge in this particular app or in this particular website. Know how best you can help improve that or how you can modify that. Do you understand? So you have to do your research and be like, okay, maybe this certain patterns is going to work for this, or this is going to work for most cases. Most things are usually consistent. That there's nothing you want to change about it. You can't change it. So they are usually consistent in some cases, and depending on what you want to design, basically. Okay, so and I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's it
Um,
about.
yeah. Precious, I see your question that you asked about your user. Okay. I think this is something we should also genuinely look at if maybe you are stuck somewhere. I think the best way to go about it is maybe just send us an email, and then what we can just do is maybe reset the whole thing for you and you just start afresh. If you are still stuck on introduction to design, if it is the first one, which ideally you shouldn't be, but you should mark the resource as complete. It might just be what you need to do. Once you are done with the resource, you mark it as complete. And then once you mark it as complete, then it can now unlock the next one for you. So maybe there are some things we need to help clarify. This is also one of the reasons why we are releasing a new version of the app. Um, the new version that we are releasing is improving your learning experience. Right? We are considering a lot of these things. So you have to mark the resource as complete after reading a resource, so you can go to the next thing. But then also, if you have a bigger issue, we can help you take a look at it and debug it. But a lot of people are already learning, people are already making progress. So I think it's something that can work out. Or if you have a bit more deeper technical issues, the tech team would help you take a look at it. And then you can join. There is a link also. You can join our different channels. There's a link in the chats. You can join our different channels. If you have any questions, reach out to us on our social media handles or anywhere you see LearnlyApp, we can help you out. Okay, guys, we are almost about 30 minutes in. I think a question just came about the LearnlyApp. I realize if you want to recheck your previous answers, you choose or you mistook. Right now, the check your previous answers is supposed to be part of a paid version, right? So you cannot go to the previous questions or go back to what you did before. All those things are supposed to come in the premium version. In the free version, you just take it and then move forward. You can't go back. But if you want to have some of those access, those are part of the things we are bringing on as part of the paid version. So we are not asking anybody to pay right now, but then those features will be available in the paid version. But yes, we are working on it. The feature exists, but for the paid users. Okay, thanks guys. It's been a nice session, to be here today. There is a link to contact LearnlyApp. We hope to see you guys next week, which is going to be the last time, and for this particular bootcamp. And yeah, thanks to our mentor also. I'm sorry for keeping you for extra 30 minutes, but you are helping us, and I think it
Okay.
was worth it.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm here. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Pedro. Okay.
Okay. We'll be ending the session in about a minute, and then if there's another thing, we'll get back to it. Precious, I would reach out to you and see how we can, fix, everything that is wrong with that.
Mm, okay.